Hello everyone, welcome back to another Motogp video, and we are in Le Mans today, and I'm going to be doing something slightly different hopefully in the race. But for now, let's go into some contracts. Now we have a receipt, please accept it. God dang it, this expired in 10 weeks. The team manager of Petronas, our demands are too high. Alright, buzz off, mate. Let's lower it a little bit. A couple more. No. Sure, send it. We're not gonna give them too much room here, but and also we do have this guy, new candidate available. See, we already have the best. Let's look at our standings. Ooh, we are in first place for Riders Championship and Team Championship. We are. Bollocks, where are we? Oh, we're in third place. Cool. So first place in the drivers or riders, and then third in the constructor, basically the team championship. So let's go to the historic Le Mans circuit.
We are back from the track. There's just a few seconds to go until the start of the second free practice session. It'll be interesting to find out what solutions and settings the riders will try out before tomorrow's qualifying sessions.
Here we are in the pits. I did a little bit of practice off camera with a different bike. I couldn't find my bike. With that being said, let's see what kind of times we can get up to. It's a simple enough circuit, but you gotta know where to brake and where not to. Like, some of these corners seem like you can just send it, but you really can't. And I want to see how different my bike is against the one I just raced. Now this is a double right-hander, which is beautiful. See it. You can't, oh, come on. Traction control, oh, stop holding me back. Jesus Christ. Power 2. There we go, start of the race. This right-hander, if you get it right, it's very, very smooth. If you get it wrong, you go very out wide on this corner, which makes it the inside of that corner. And then with hard braking into this. There we are. Who's that? Sasuke! Hello, my friend. And this section I really like, just because there's different lines to be taken here, like Sasuke did. Oh my god, this is not the line we want to take. I want to kind of go inside more and then just shoot out wide. Okay, whatever. That works. Out and out. Now this coming up section, a couple of sections, my favorite section of this track, just because this I can just almost keep it in line, keep it English. I can keep the line going. Now this corner is a double right-hander. You just have to float it, brake, turn, and then just float in. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I'm glad we didn't get invalidated. I had a lot of trouble negotiating that corner, navigating that corner, but I kind of got the hang of it now. Let's see. Ooh, is this corner? Okay, cool. I'm kind of getting better at handling the bike. See, that would have not been possible if this was my first race in this game. I would have sent it so hard. But now I'm getting better at understanding how the bike physics work. That was really bad in that corner. And I'm also looking at a lot of MotoGP videos. And just looking at how how riders are. Oh my god, what the hell was that? Bro. 1:45.7. Alright, this has been a much better lap. Let's see if we can. Ah, come on! Why did I have to talk? Just shut the fuck up! Oh my god. This has been a much better lap than the one before. If I don't jump, Jesus. Look at that jump. Yeet! Boing, 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 boing. Okay. Let me stop. Oh lord. A little bit more braking doesn't hurt anyone. I didn't realize I could take that almost flat out after that first right pink. 44, 8/10 faster. I'm going to be doing a bunch of these development tests just because I want to get a bunch of points, but I will not put you guys through it. I'll just skip it. Maybe show you the ends of these laps. just because this takes a bunch of time. Oh, what the fuck? Boy, Sasuke, fuck you. That's what you get. That's what you get. You done did that to yourself. Alright, let's move on to quality. Still not good enough. 45.3. Come on, we can do better than that. We did a 44. I don't have enough fuel. God damn it. I don't have enough fuel. That's it. Well, we have...
the end of the second and last qualifying session, and we can finally see the grid positions that await us in tomorrow's Grand Prix.
Ooh, Arena and Ogura.
Alright, we have gotten first place, but not by much. By 0.2 of a second. And I feel like this is going to be one of the toughest last to first I've done so far. And now is what I'm going to try differently. I'm going to record this race without commentating, and I'm trying to commentate after the fact I record this race. So just focus on the race, and I'll commentate afterwards. I hope to God it goes well. So yeah, for you guys, this is going to be a straight up commentary. For me, I'm going to go in the race. Enjoy the commentary.
What's going on, race fans tuning in today? We are joining you from the Le Mans circuit for live coverage of the Moto2 race at the Grand Prix of France. As you can tell from the footage we're broadcasting from the track, we're looking forward to great weather for the race. French Grand Prix. The riders are spread out on the grid. The light will soon go out and the Le Mans race will begin.
Alright, we're lined up in the grid, and that's lights off and away we go. As usual, we pull over to the side of the road to let everyone through, just telling them, hey, guess what? I'm faster than you. I can win. But run down to turn one. I'm pretty sketchy on the first few laps just because I haven't gotten the hang of the circuit yet. But even though we are sketchy, we do make a bunch of places here. As you can see, my turning is not smooth at all. Now running down to the Dunlop corner, I think this is called, over the hill, down the crest. We try to keep it in the inside, but it is very hard for me to do that. I don't know why. Nonetheless, we do make a couple places up front. There's Foggy, Massier, and I think Kohlberg is up front. I don't know for sure. And I don't know these bikes by their riders' names, so I'm just going to be calling them out by colors or nickname I give them. So I am so sorry if that offends you in any way, shape, and form. But we are coming down to the corner that I like to call my hunting zone, because this is where I overtook a bunch of people going around the outside of few and taking out that driver, which was not my fault. And then that took out another driver in the background. You see there's this carnage happening, while all the while where Massier and Foggy are just inching lead ahead with the KTM, I think, also. But we are making a lot of grounds up from last to, I think at this point I was 16th, maybe a little bit farther back. And I was having a lot of trouble on this left-hander just because I kept running out wide, and that kind of compromised my line for this right-hand turn coming up. But after a couple of laps, I kind of got hang of it, and I kept running out wide here as well. As you can see, just sent it over the curves. But that being said, first time on the start-finish straight, we're trying to gain some slipstream on these guys up ahead. And I was having trouble getting to top speed, because at first I changed my gear ratio to a shorter gear ratio, and I kept hitting the rev limiter without hitting the top speed, and I was getting pulled on. So I restarted the race. Now I'm hitting, I think, 215, which is still not good at the end of the rev range. I'm still getting like left by some of the riders, but thank thankfully the straight isn't that long, so by the time they're pulling away, it's already a braking zone. And coming down to this left-hander, which I kept going out wide, kind of made contact with that guy. That kind of ricocheted into that contact, which, you know, no harm, no foul. He didn't crash out, and you don't get points for being nice in races. So little push shove. This corner, these two corners are amazing for me. Kind of had a little the back end kicked out a little. Sorry about that. But again, run down the back straight. We're trying to get some slipstream on the blue guys up ahead. I'm so sorry. I think those are Petronas Racing. I don't know. I don't even know if they are in Moto 3. I'm pretty sure they are. But getting through the field in the first part of the race was not that hard, just because they are a slower rider in general. Coming down to this right-hander one more time. I think this is our second lap. We try to gain some position on these guys. Going out wide, just maximize. Look, oh, I love that spurt of exhaust at the end. This is the backfire. We do have slipstream on the two teammates here. We try to go around the outside, I think, of number 2 by the looks of it, and that is number, oh no, that's number 11, around the outside of him, which gives us a lot of slipstream from his teammate as well, which we go around the outside and then cut into the next corner with our wheel lifted up in the air, which really helped us kind of, you know, maintain balance. And I'm trying to gain that confidence of, like, or gain, I don't know, controllability, I guess you could say, my fluidity with the controller, which is still hard for me just because I have not raced in controllers in a long time. But that being said, around this corner again, Sky Sports bike is up front, which I really like as well. I really want to go into Sky Sports just because of F1. Now the neon green, he didn't really fight us that much. We go around the outside of Sky Sports, hold back, cut inside, and get the better undercut line. We kind of made contact, but not enough to, you know, mess each other's lines up. Now running down to the left-right chicane, fast left-right, we tried to go around the outside of it, but we really couldn't, of the bike in front. I really tried. I rewinded there so hard, but I really couldn't eke out a gap to take. But nonetheless, I just settled in behind, just got in the groove, and my line progressively got better and better. The wheel kept coming up, as you can see, but that just happens. I don't know. I can't avoid that. Again, try to get as best of an exit out that corner and get onto the slipstream of him. Now after that, it was just 4th, 3rd, and 1st, which were the most difficult opponents, I guess you could say, to overtake, just because their pace is way above the midfielders and a little bit above mine. But in the corners, I kind of do a better job maneuvering them, so that's how I caught up. But still, it was a hard fought battle to get to the front. Alright, as we skip ahead and I show you my dash and whatnot, we go around the inside of that bike, and then I just scroll through the camera like a kid, just given a camera and then scrolling through the setting. We're going to be looking at 1st place, 2nd, and 3rd. They have a happy lead, a decent lead in front. Is Foggy, Massier, and Colford, I would say. I don't know his name. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. It's that guy. I knew him in the race, but I don't know him now just because it's been a little bit since I recorded. But as you can see, now I'm coming around the back corner, and they have about a 2.5 second lead from me, and number 23 is on me. 24, 23, I don't know which one it was, but he was absolutely on my butt the whole time. Now, all whilst I'm trying to catch up to the field, as we look through the whole field, coming around this sweeping right-hander, see what they're up to. They're comfortably, in the race, just settling in on their own pace, and we're trying to focus on this Red Bull because he made an amazing slipstream move down the back straight. We will go through the field one more time just to see if there's any incident in the back or not. I call that bike Pink Panther just because I like calling it Pink Panther. as we go down to the double right-hander. Now Red Bull, this caught my attention because he was going hard, absolutely, just sending it in the corners, just the rear end kicking out. Now he's getting in the slipstream of the blue bike, as we see all the midfielders just making their way to that left-right chicane. And he made a beautiful move around the outside, overtakes him, and then that becomes the inside to this corner, and look how, that was perfect, textbook as they call it. And then he just ekes out a lead, but he almost gets that place taken back, but not really. He keeps the lead and just takes off. He was not contended. He was not even challenged after that. So good job by him maneuvering around the blue bike. But we move a couple of laps forward and we focus on the front runners. Sorry about that. On the front runners. And we have Massier, Foggy, and then this guy. Now, the good part about this is they're battling. The two Leopard Racing are battling their hearts out, and then number 24 is just trying to reap the reward. While all this is going on, I'm in the back patiently waiting, but also pushing really hard. I was going all out in these corners to try to catch up, and I knew if I could keep a consistent pace going, they will eventually slow each other down. And just like this, as he goes around the outside of one of the Leopard Racing, does the same move the KTM Red Bull did on the other. Perfectly done. Now he splits the two blue Leopard Racing bikes. Now that kind of slowed them down, and I'm just in the background. Now I'm passing through the camera, just trying to push my way towards near them, so whenever they squabble, I guess you could say, I could just take the benefit, reap the benefits of that. And we are gaining on them fairly well. And as we come down the front straight, running so wide, I just sent it so wide in that corner. There's number 24. Now we focus on me, us, I guess, trying to gain the position. And I'm sorry for the background music that's on this. I couldn't change it. I don't know how the music came about. But trying to maximize the exit speed, which I was struggling very hard on that right-hander, just because I didn't know what was the optimal line. But nonetheless, they kind of, I don't know, the AI kind of slow around corners. So we are in the back of Leopard Racing. So going down to the hunting area, like I said before, this double right-hander, absolutely amazing corner for me. Just late braking around the inside and around the outside, and kind of making a mistake there, but it wasn't too much that it didn't slow us down, so I didn't rewind or anything. Around the outside of the number 24 and trying to do the same move he did on the Leopard Racing. Let's see if we can do it. I think we did. Yes, we did. Look, it looks so good. Oh my god, that looks like a professional, I don't know, Motogp rider. I don't know. To my eyes it does. Now it's first place we're hunting down, but at the same time I am in an equal pace to them, so I can't mess up at all. It's not the fact like I'm exponentially faster than them, I will just cruise past them. It's not that. If I mess up, they will overtake me, and almost side by side in the last corner coming down the front stretch. It's gonna be side by side over the finish line. It is not the finish, but we're gonna be side by side. And on this right hand, I don't mean to bump him, it's just me not knowing how to deal with the controller well. I kind of bumped him out wide, but he recovers very swiftly, and look how crazy hard we're pushing. We're just sliding into every corner and making the most out of what grip we have on our bikes. Now we go on board Leopard Racing. This is what he sees of us from his perspective. We'll jump back and forth from first, second, and third. We go into helmet view, and he has his eyes set on overtaking us. And this is, I don't know, it's a lot of pressure. More pressure than I have felt in any racing game before. Alright, down the back straight, we switch back and forth from cameras from first, second, third, and fourth, just to see the perspective of different riders. As we see the two Leopard Racing chasing me down, and the number 24 also trying to just stick it in there, just to take advantage of people that make mistakes up ahead. I have a comfortable lead going into the left-right chicane, but somehow, some way, the Leopard Racing bike catches up. I think I make a mistake here on the left-right. I just could not maneuver it well enough, and he gains a lot, almost going off circuit there. We have in bike view, butt view, everything. We scrolling through the camera views like it's no tomorrow. Now coming around the last couple of corners, this is not the last lap, it's I think 3 laps from it. You can see how competitive the front field is, like the front runners. Now we have the Leopard Racing, he is on me. As we see in the rear view cam of our rear wheel, he is so much faster than me, and also with the slipstream, he sends it down the inside. We give him the room and the respect, but we kind of fall back and do a switchback around the outside on this corner. We don't really make that much of contact, and then we just gain that position right back. That was beautiful racing. I was so proud of that when that happened. I didn't make contact. It took a lot for me to not make contact. Now we're just flipping through the viewpoints of all 3 or 4 front runners, and the switching like it's no tomorrow around the left right, which I really like. I don't know, that I learned that you have to kind of brake and just let the bikes do its thing on that left right, and I kind of got efficient on this as well. But running out wide, and as you can see by the handlebars, I am not smooth with the inputs at all. I'm just letting go of the stick all the time, which makes the bike kind of jittery. So I was kind of having trouble with that, but overall I'm learning, I'm getting better, and hopefully by the time I get to MotoGP I will, and that is a win for us. Okay, I hope that recording turned out good. I don't know what the recording turned out like. I recorded the race, I recorded the replays, and I have not done the voiceover, so hopefully it turned out well. But it says 1 proposal received. Is this? Oh no, I still have time to do this. What is this? Yeah, I know. See, this is what. Ooh, a lot of teams are interested now. Look at that. These were all low. Okay, they want us. What about MotoGP? Very low, very low. Okay, we're not MotoGP quality just yet, but we can get into Moto too. I hope we can. I hope the proposal we sent out to Petronas goes through, because I'm really looking forward to racing with Petronas, just because I like Petronas due to F1. And look at their shirt, they look dope. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave suggestions on what I should do to improve my style and whatnot. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.